Welcome dear student to our YouTube channel. In this class, we'll discuss IPSC nomenclature concepts in different sections. That means use of rule in through different questions. In the previous classes, we have learned the rules, use of polyfunctional group, and in this class, we will understand different concepts through the example. So let's start. The first question, I'm writing give IPSC name, give IUPAC name of the following compound, of the following compound, following compounds. So the first question before you is the use of polyfunctional group first. First is the polyfunctional group, because we have practiced in the previous class questions from polyfunctional group. So the first question for your practice only is the polyfunctional group use type question. So you should try first. After that I will give you the answer. After answering the question, you should mention it in the comment section so that I can check your answer. So it is the first question for you, and I have told it is the use for polyfunctional group. It is, I am just writing the type. It is the use of polyfunctional group. Polyfunctional group use. Polyfunctional group use. And the second question is, you can tell it as a polyfunctional group use, or anyone can tell us use of priority rule. Use of priority rule. You can also tell it that use of priority rule, because here more than one type of, because it is one type of functional group and it is another type of functional group. Among them, one is senior and another is junior. That's why we always give priority or number one position or minimum number to the senior functional group. After that, we give priority to the junior functional group. That's why I have told it is the use of polyfunctional group type question or priority rule type question. So you should try first. After that I will give you the answer. Second type is just I am doing this only. Also, it is nothing, it is monofunctional group, but it is the line representation of structures. Line representation of the organic compound. So, this is the line representation. Line representation of structure. Line representation. So, you should try first. If you have completed the first portion, so you know that it is the functional group, just this portion is the functional group for aldehyde and this portion is the functional group which comes under haloalkane. That's why you know that aldehyde is the senior functional group in comparison to the haloalkane, and the haloalkane will get minimum number. Haloalkane bonded to carbon, the carbon which carries haloalkane will get the minimum number, and the number one position will be occupied by the carbon atom of the functional group or the senior functional group. That's why I have given number 1 position to the carbon atom of the monovalent functional group. And next moving for the second carbon, and now moving for the third carbon, and it is third carbon, but we will not give numbering to the haloalkane because it does not carry carbon. We always number the carbon atom in the hydrocarbon chain. And moving for the next part, that is fourth carbon, and it is the CH3 part. We have numbered the structure. After that, we know that we always use the suffix for senior functional group and prefix for junior functional group. That's why we will use it. The main chain contain 4 number of carbon and the senior functional group is here, that is aldehyde, and the name for the compound will be main chain or parent chain will be butanal, and the number 3 position contains the haloalkane, and that's why the substituent name will be 3 halo, that means 3 chloro. Halo is the prefix for the haloalkane, and as chlorine is here, so the prefix will be 3 chloro-butanal. And if you have done correct, mention it in the comment section and be sure that you can answer such type of question easily. I am moving for the second question, and the second question is here. I have told the ends represent the carbon end and junction also express the carbon end. It is the junction, here, it is another junction, it is also junction, it is another end, it is junction, it is end, and the ends and junctions without any functional group always express the carbon representation. That means here is the carbon, I am just writing here, it is another carbon. Mark, it is the carbon, it is the junction carbon, just edit, it is the carbon, this carbon, and this is the another carbon, and just mark it, it is the carbon, and now it is the carbon also, and it is the carbon also, it is the representation, and you mark that this junction contains the OH, that's why I have placed here OH, and after that will just satisfy the valency of the carbons by placing hydrogen, but you can also give numbering and IPC name from this section also. There is no need for such structure. For your better understanding, I am just open the structure. Now you can mark that in the CH3, it is CH2, it is CH2 also, it is 3 bonds are present, so it will be CH, 3 bonds are present, it will be CH, it will be CH3, it will be CH2, and it will be CH3. That's why what will be the name? You should try that. First to select the longest chain 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth 1, 2, 3, 4. But the position, mark that if you number from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 position will be occupied by the functional group, because we will try, as the functional group does not carry carbon atom, we should try to give number or minimum number to the carbon which contain the functional group. What I have told, we always try to give minimum number to the carbon which contain the functional group containing no carbon atom, but with that we always try to give sum of locant rule. That means if you number from 1, 2, 3, 4, it will 4, but the substituent group will also occupy the minimum locant. That's why we will number from this side. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the longest chain, so that's why we have choose the longest chain. It is the fourth, that contains the substituent group, in the fifth, sixth and seventh carbon here, the longest chain, and the 3, 4 are the locant, so the name will be 3-methyl, 3-methyl, and 7 carbon, due to presence of 7 carbon, the name is septanol, and the fourth carbon contains the alcohol functional group, that's why the name will be 4-septanol, and the name will be 3-methyl 4-septanol. It is the complete name for the structure. So if you have done correct, mention it also in the comment section. So moving for the next question, I have mentioned you the use of polyfunctional group, use of line structure representation. Next, moving further, use of also polyfunctional group. Write it first. It is the another question for you. Third question for you. It is also the use of polyfunctional group. Answer it. After that, we'll go for the next question. The fourth question is here. So write fast. Write the question first. And the fourth question before you. You should try fast. After that, I'll give you the answer with the reason. So if you have tried, mark that we know among alcohol, it is the functional group of alcohol and it is the functional group of alkene or it is the representation of alkene. Among the two functional groups, alcohol is the senior functional group. It is the use of priority rule or it is the, you can tell that it is the it is the use of polyfunctional group and it's the junior one and that's why we will use the priority rule here and the numbering will start from this side. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 will be the numbering, correct numbering sequence because we will give priority to the senior functional group here. So the name will be what? It is senior is alcohol and the name will be butanol. We know that it is alkanol but butanol, but it will not be butanol directly because alkene is present. That's why you can combine here. You can write here also butanol or 1 butanol and 2 ene, but you can also write but, it will be the name also, but you can also write but to ene 1 oil. You can also write that 2 ene but 1 oil be but 1 oil you can also write. Similarly, going for the next question, in this case you should open the structure CH3 bracket structures that are expressed by or the formulas which are expressed within the bracket are expressed left, right and top side of the compound CH3. Carbon is bonded to 3 CH3 molecules. So CH3 are expressed by in this way and 2 CH2. You know that CH2 are always present within the structure or straight chain structure. A structure not straight chain in the open chain structure CH2 and in this way the CHO is present at the terminal part, the CHO part and it is the use of monofunctional group. It is the single functional group present. So the number 1 position will start from this side and it will progress to right to left side and if you will reach here you can move to any side. I am just going for this side and in this case two identical substitution groups are present. That's why the name will be, it is the pentanal. The parent chain name is here pentanal. The parent chain name is pentanal and the fourth position contains two identical fourth carbon contains two methyl group. That's why we have written 4 for upper methyl and 4 for down methyl. So 4 2 methyl. That's why we have written dimethyl 4 dimethyl pentanal is the name for the structure. And if you have done correct, you are going further. So moving for the next question, and the fifth question is here, simple one. So try fast. After that, I will give you the answer. So in this case, what happened? It is the only functional group and monovalent functional group and does not contain any carbon atom. That's why number one position will start from that carbon which contain the monovalent functional group, and it will progress in this direction. But you cannot go to downward because it will be short chain, and the long chain is here, and it will be the substituent group, and the name will be the amine has the IPC. It is the amine, and the amine has the IPC name alkanamine. So the parent chain name will be butanamine, and the second position contains the alkyl group, and it is the methyl group. So the name is 2-methyl butanamine. It is the correct sequence of numbering. In the coming class, we will practice some more questions under IPC nomenclature. So, if you like the video, share the channel with your friends. Thank you.